Well, hello, it's Michael B. And I have got a car to show you today. This is a 2004 Ferrari Challenge Stradale. That's Rosso Scuderia Red, which is Ferrari's racing color from back in the day. I've owned this car for many, many years. After driving a GT3, I wanted to experience this car because in 2004, those were both very written about and spoken about streetable race cars. And I've owned it ever since. It's a good low mileage California car I found in Sacramento. I've owned it for a long time and I've loved it for all that time. The Challenge Stradale is called as such because this car was built off of a Challenge race car, the Ferrari Challenge series, and then they contented it to make it for a street car. An abundance of carbon fiber. Carbon fiber brakes, look at those mirrors, carbon fiber mirrors. This car has the optional stripe. Alcantara interior with all carbon fiber accoutrements inside. Let's take a look at this door panel. That's all carbon fiber. Alert, alert. Racing buckets made out of carbon fiber. No carpets. I don't see any carpets there on that floor. Let's back up and shut that door to quiet that key fob. Lexan glass covering the engine, which is a feast for the senses there. V8. .425 horsepower rated. More carbon fiber. More racing buckets and no carpet. These cars are known for being one of the best sounding Ferraris to the Tifosi. Tifosi being Ferrari fans. This car has become very appreciated by many. Made less of these than the F40, which is one of my favorite cars. Let's take a look inside that engine bay. Open the door. Release it. Everything's super lightweight. We can easily open this up. More carbon fiber. Carbon fiber air boxes. Carbon fiber rain shields on the side. Special custom exhaust with titanium. Not only there, but titanium on the exhaust tips. .6 liters. Yep, it's pretty amazing that V8 is only 3.6 liters. But again, it was about lightweight, which may have seen that kind of have a theme on my page here. Lightweight sports cars. All styles and types. And as you've come to get used to, it's an absolute handful and ball to drive. So I think we're going to give that a shot. Let's take it for a drive. Okay, so how do you start a Challenge Stradale? Well, it starts with a key like this and a fob. So we shut the door, put a seatbelt on. There we go. You disable the alarm system. It'll give you a little report like that. Okay. You stick the key in the slot, turn it on, and it does a check system check. Put your foot on the brake, hit the start button. Now, as you probably have seen in my other videos, I tend not to leave anything stock. So this car, I've got an exhaust, let's say valve in. You can hear it sounds great like that, and then if you open up the pipes, which is the way I like to drive it, I get some sunglasses here. Now normally our traffic's pretty low, but on the weekends, which this happens to be, oftentimes my neighborhood will have some traffic for a soccer game or something like that. So let's go see if we can find that. Yep, that's what they sound like as I roll out of the drive. There we go. So this is paddle shifting. Probably in 2004, what was considered the finest way to get a sports car. The F1 transmission was exceptional back in the day. I still really enjoy it. It shifts in 150 milliseconds. 150 milliseconds. Get that. That's really impressive. Up the hill we go. That's what it sounds like. All right. This road, again, is not what we consider smooth, but great for a little sports car drive. You'll see I'm using the paddle shifter because the Challenge Stradale, you can only shift it manually with this transmission. It is a manual transmission that is electro-hydraulically controlled. You see some people are opting for manual conversions, so they have the stick down here. The transmission remains the same. The thing that changes is the apparatus to shift the gears. I like the paddle shifting because, again, it represents what this car was back in 2004. Listen to these downshifts. It just doesn't get much better than that. All right, let's take a look. Looks like we're good. Off we go. Yep, that's a Challenge Stradale. Now it looks like we're going to have a little bit of traffic. There may be some extracurricular activities going on up here, but it won't slow us down too bad. We'll be back on the pipe in no time. There we go. Looks pretty good. This particular model, the Challenge Stradale, is one of about 1,200. That's less production than they did the Ferrari F40, which happens to be one of my favorite cars. They came in several colors. This is my preference. I always wanted a red one. And as I had mentioned earlier, this is Russo Scuderia. Oh, lucky us. Our traffic is low. We'll get on the pedal and take it up to, say, 8,000 RPM. Ready? It's thrilling. The car is absolutely absolutely oozing race car. It also oozes sex appeal. It's fun. A car like this versus some of my Porsches is a rock star. A rock star in comparison because people follow it around. They are taking pictures of it in parking lots. They're videoing it while you're driving along. It can be really disruptive, like a rock star. We're back on. Listen to that. Oh yeah. That, my friends, is Challenge Stradale. It is a feast for the senses. I get a chill going up through the gears like that. Sorry about the debris flying about, but this is the kind of car that lets you know you're alive. And my friends, I'm alive. Here we go. My neighbors love me. There we go. Okay, so I've got plenty more cars to show you, but I wanted you to experience that. The Challenge Stradale is one of those supercars that you want to drive and enjoy. Now let's put it away before the police come looking for the noisemaker.